أهلا بكم. أولا تشرفت بوجودكم معايا في عيادتي الخاصة ومكتبي الخاص من VIP كلينيك. الحقيقة أنا منذ نعومة أظفاري قدمت إلى دوحة الجميع دولة قطر، وتتلمذت في المدارس القطرية على أيدي أكبر أساتذة في دولة قطر منذ أكثر من 33 أو 34 عام. تخرجت من الابتدائية والإعدادية والثانوية، ثم توجهت إلى جامعة القاهرة، درست فيها البكالوريوس والماجستير والدكتوراه، وقدمت بعد ذلك إلى مقري ومكاني في دولة قطر مرة أخرى حتى أخدم هذا البلد العظيم بشعبه الكريم الذي تربيت وسط أبنائه. حقيقة في بداية الأمر عندما نقلت كارير عملي أو مجال عملي من القاهرة بعد التدريب ومن لندن، وحصلت على شهادات أخرى ثم في مجال أطفال الأنابيب والمساعدة على الإنجاب، قررت انتقال إلى قطر. عملت في مراكز طبية في دولة قطر معروفة، ومن ثم لابد من الاستقلال، فأنشأت VIP كلينيك منذ 3 سنوات تقريبا، وحتى اليوم نحظى ولله الحمد بسيرة طيبة ونستقبل الجميع، وأهلا بكم. حقيقة لب هذا المكان هو، بما أني صاحب المركز، هي عيادة أطفال الأنابيب والمساعدة على الإنجاب، ومن ثم يوجد لدينا عيادات أخرى في المركز الطبي، وهي عيادة الأسنان، عيادة جراحة التجميل، عيادة الجلدية، وعيادة العيون والطب العام. أولا من اسم VIP كلينيك، هي VIP كلينيك فعلا، وتقدم خدمات جليلة ومميزة بكافة أقسامها، وكل من يدخل إلى هذا المكان نعتبره هو VIP بالنسبة لنا. نفضل أنه طبعا نقدم في هذا المكان الخدمات الخاصة بأطفال الأنابيب، ولله الحمد بنينا سيرة طيبة في المجتمع القطري، ونسب نجاحنا عالية جدا. بالنسبة لجراحة التجميل أيضا لدينا أستاذ دكتور من لبنان ودرس في الجامعة الفرنسية، ولدينا الدكتور زكريا من لبنان أيضا، وهو دكتور تجميل الأسنان وعلاج الأسنان بكافة تخصصاتها. ولدينا الدكتور أحمد توفيق، وهو أيضا من دكاترة الأسنان موجودين في العيادة. دكتورة رحاب، دكتورة أخصائية في مجال العيون. لدينا الصيدلية، لدينا المختبر، وإن شاء الله في توسع قادم بإذن الله. بعد أن تخرجت من الثانوية العامة في دولة قطر، توجهت إلى جمهورية مصر العربية لدراسة البكالوريوس والماجستير والدكتوراه، وخلال فترة تدريبي وتواجدي في جامعة القاهرة أيضا حصلت على عضوية الكلية الملكية لأمراض النساء والولادة في لندن، ودبلومات خاصة بأطفال الأنابيب، وهو مجال التخصص الدقيق بالنسبة لي. في خلال هذه الفترة أو ما قبل التخرج كنت أنوي أن يعني أقتدي بأساتذتي في مجال النساء والولادة، والمجال الذي يعني تخصصت فيه ونويت أني أتخصص فيه منذ أن دخلت الكلية. حقيقة القصص كثيرة جدا اللي حببتني في أن أكون متخصص في هذا المجال. ولب هذا الموضوع أنه موضوع يعطي الأمل ويعطي الحياة للجميع، وهي أساس الكون، إعمار الأرض. وبالتالي حبيت أني أكون فرد من المتخصصين في هذا المجال، أن هم يدعموا ويرسوا دعائم هذه الفكرة. بلا شك يتم اختيار الموظفين على أسس عليا جدا وعلى مواصفات كبيرة جدا. الموظف لا يمثل نفسه، الموظف يمثلني أنا شخصيا، ويمثل المكان الذي يعمل فيه، ويرسي فكرة وجود هذا المكان في المجتمع القطري. وبلا شك جميع الموجودين على كفاءة عالية جدا سواء في العمل أو في الاختيار، وأنا بدونهم ولا شيء. نعدكم بمستقبل كبير جدا ل VIP كلينيك. VIP ما زالت نقطة في بحر أفكاري أنا، لكن ولله الحمد وصلنا إلى مواصيل كبرى، وسنصل إلى ما هو أبعد من ذلك بإذن الله مستقبلا، وكل ذلك يصب في خدمة المجتمع القطري وكل من يعيش على أرض هذا البلد الطاهر. العائلة رقم واحد، الأب والأم والزوجة والأهل جميعا. توفير البيئة المناسبة للشخص التي تحافظ على استمراريته ونجاحه ووصوله إلى ما يرغب، هذا رقم واحد. المجتمع اللي نعيش فيه مجتمع طيب، ويستطيع أن يفرق جدا ما بين الإنسان الشغوف والطامح والإنسان الخدوم لهذا المجتمع والإنسان الذي يتظاهر بذلك. وبالتالي والله الحمد سيرتنا طيبة، وواجهنا العديد من التحديات من أشياء كثيرة جدا، وتعلمون جميعا أعداء النجاح كثيرون، لكن ولله الحمد الخطى ثابتة وفي تقدم دائم. نحن عاجزون جدا عن الشكر والامتنان لسمو الأمير الوالد الذي له معزة خاصة جدا في قلوبنا جميعا، منذ أن قدمنا إلى الدوحة أو ولدت الأجيال وسمو الأمير الوالد في ذهن الجميع، وسلم هذه الراية بمنتهى الرقي والحضارة إلى قائد وصاحب الرؤية الكبيرة سمو الشيخ تميم بن حمد الثاني وأسرتهم الجميلة التي أرست دعائم الدولة الشابة بمنتهى الحضارة والرقي. ولنا جميعا أن نفتخر بكوننا نعيش على أرض هذا البلد ونعمل في هذا البلد بمنتهى الأمن والأمان والحضارة، وهذا أقل ما يقال في مثل هذا الموقف.
أنا خريج الجامعة اللبنانية، ماجستير هندسة مدنية. أول ما جيت على قطر بالضبط هلأ بتكون صار لي 21 سنة تماما، بال 2002. والحمد لله بلشت موظف بشركة عالمية، وبعد 9 سنين أخذت القرار إنه أنشئ الشركة، ونكمل بالسوق القطري يعني طموحنا ونكبر بالشركة تبعنا.
ممتاز. يعني متى تأسست الشركة؟
بتموز 2011. الشركة بتقدم خدمات تالية: أعمال العزل، تصليح الخرسانة، كما أنه معالجة الشروخ، أكانت هي بتجيب مي أو يلي هي ناتجة عن ضعف الأبنية، فنحن كمان بنساعد بتقوية الأبنية. كما أنه بنعمل جميع أنواع الأرضيات من إيبوكسيات، أكان للديكوراتيف أو للإندستري، بمعنى للصناعي أو للمكاتب، أرضيات للمكاتب. أكيد طبعاً ببداية كل إنشاء شركة أكثر شيء بتواجهه هو الموارد البشرية والمادية، بمعنى إذا بدك تقدم على مشروع، إذا كان هذا مشروع كبير بتصير بدك تعمل بروفايل قبل مشاريع أصغر وأصغر تتوصل لهالمشروع الكبير. هاي من ناحية. من ناحية تانية المشاكل التمويلية بالبنك، يعني أوقات بينطلب منا بانك جارانتيز يلي كنا قبل نحن على البداية ما عندنا هالفاسيليتيز، فهيدي بتصير مع الوقت كمان أسهل وأسهل. بالفعل مثل ما قلت، السوق القطري سوق قوي وبذات الوقت ذو مقاييس عالية. بمعنى إذا ما كنت كواليفايد للشغل اللي عم تقدمه حتشوف إنه مش حيكون لك موقع مميز. اللي بيميزنا هو إنه نحن وي ديليفر أون تايم بجودة عالية. كوني أنا جاي من خلفية أكان هندسية أكاديمية أو من شغلي ل9 سنين مع شركة عالمية بتصنيع هذه المواد، خليني يكون أنا كتير حريص على الجودة وتسليم على الوقت لحيالله شغل بناخده. طموح الإنسان لا يتوقف، إذا توقف يتوقف الإنسان عن التطور. فبالتالي أول شيء نزيد توسيع عملنا بالسوق القطري، بمعنى نحن هلا مؤخرا أخذنا مشروع براس لفان، يعني نحن ناويين نروح على الأويل سيكتور. أي نعم. والمشروع كمان المستقبل الجديد إنه نطلع على الدول الخليجية. وما بخفيك سر إنه حاليا عم ناخذ الستبس الضرورية لنطلع على السعودية وبعدين ممكن على غير بلد. بصراحة دورة كتير مهم، لأن أنا وقت أخذت القرار إنه استقيل من شركتي واللي كنت أنا بموقع كتير مهم فيها، يعني ريجنال مانجر للشركة اللي كنا فيها، كان مش هين. كنت وقفت حدي صراحة ودعمتني بهذا القرار، يلي أنت بتعرف وقت ما بتعرف قديش ظروف نجاحه أو عدم نجاحه. فهي كانت من أكبر الداعمين، وبقول لك لو ما هي وقفت يمكن انا ترددت كمان اكثر، مع انه كان حابب اعملها. فالحمد لله هي اكثر شخص بعتقد انه دعمني بهالمجال. اكيد بعض الاصحاب والمعارف يلي هون يلي دعموني بحكم انه ساعدوني بالبدايه. مثل ما حضرتك قلت، اذا ما في امان اكان من ناحيه الامنيه والاستقرار المجتمعي،
ما في تستثمر،
مش رح تقدر تستثمر. والدليل أنا بس جيت من 21 سنة شاهدت على هذا التطور وهذا الاستقرار والنمو. كان عن أيام الأمير الوالد، أنا بس جيت كانت قطر غير هلأ كليا. طبعا أطلق العملية الأمير الوالد، عملية النمو، والأمير تميم الحالي سمو الأمير كمل بهذه المسيرة، وعم نشوف أكثر وأكثر لحتى وصلنا إنه قطر استضافت أكبر مهرجان رياضي في العالم بكل نجاح. يعني وصار لي انه فرصه شارك بكذا مباراه كانت رائعه. ما في شك قياده قطر اميرا وحكومه وحتى شعبا يلي عم بيدعم هالافعال، عم تنتج تطور مضطرد لقطر، وعم بتحطها بمصاف الدول العالميه المتقدمه. وهيدا الشيء بيجعلنا نحن انه نزيد استثماراتنا. مش بس انه نعمل استثمار محدود، لا، بنطلع انه بدول كثير اكبر من قطر ومتقدمه ما في هالنمو. اهم شيء النمو بكل دوله، النمو على طول ايجابي، الجروث. بالتالي هيدا بحفزك انه تحط استثمارات اكثر بالبشر كما بالمعدات. ودليلنا على هالشيء انه نحن عم نكبر وعم نطور وعم نطلع من قطر لكل الخليج. بصراحة بشكر الوالد يلي عطاني قصص كتير مهمة بالدنيا، يلي هي القيم، الصدق والالتزام. في كتير محلات بينطلب منك أمور من الجيد تقول لا، ولا إنه تقول إيه وما تلتزم بكلمة النعم يعني. فأكيد بتوجه للوالد بما يعني هيدا اللي ورتني إياه إضافة على علمي يعني. بشكره وبشكر العائلة أكيد الصغيرة والكبيرة من الأصحاب والأصدقاء.
My name is Norman Jeremy Stephen. I came to Qatar 21 years ago. So later stage, I was into construction field, then came on to real estate business. Now I'm almost 9 years in real estate business now. So in this 9 years business, we have changed many companies. Like we had different companies that we run. So now in 2022, we established Global Access Real Estate from Millionaire's Choice. Really, this was very fortunate. Like I was zero knowledge of real estate before. There are some people who helped me out to join real estate because I was into construction. Then I need to change out, many things to get into a new opportunity. So fortunately I got this real estate business through one of my friends. So I joined a real estate company called Broker Sexby, so Lebanese company. And I got trained from A to Z, like for 1 to 2 months we got training. Thereafter I started my career in real estate. I learned every day. So mainly, like I got a lot of support from this Lebanese management. Mr. Abdullah Saleh is a Brokers XP founder. So he's the one who helped me out to learn real estate. So that's how I came into real estate. Then later stage, there are some incidents happen and you have to close down the company. Thereafter, I decided, why not I give a try to establish my own. Yes. So that's how I started my real estate career. Global Access actually, mainly it's a family business. Myself and my wife who runs this business totally. So we got a support from one of our friends, it's a Syrian partner, Mr. Hafiz Marai. So he's the one who helped us to establish his company, the Global Access Real Estate. Mainly like Hafiz Marai, like he doesn't have much knowledge on real estate, so we explained to him how real estate works in Qatar, because it's a very small market. So he was so happy to help us out to establish this company. So now it's almost a year and a half, like we are running this company as a family. Global Access Real Estate, what we do, like we only do brokerage. We don't have our own properties, but we get help out of most of the owners, like property owners, property management companies, developers. So they are the one who helping us out, like to do this brokerage business. So it's not easy, like a lot of competitors in the market, too much competitors. So we mainly Global Access, what we do is we really professionally, we do everything. So I always advise my staff to work in a very professional manner with the clients, because many clients are very choosy and they look better quality, better service. So what we do is we give our best. Now almost 1.5 years we are in this business, like Global Access on this business. So our plan is to at least another 2 years. We have a lot of plans, like to train newcomers onto the real estate. Especially, there are a lot of agent classes we can do, and we are planning out those classes most probably by next year. And same way, we want to expand our business, like expand to Dubai, other Asian countries, because Qatar is a small market, but still a lot of opportunities. So what we are planning is we want to expand to Dubai, we want to expand to Asia. So that's what we want to do on a real estate business in Global Access. Seriously, actually, I want to tell you, like last few years, like a lot of things changed in real estate, because there were a lot of freelancers, they were working, and the ministry of Justice came up with new rules and regulations with the license. So these things change a lot in real estate business. So I think we want to really thank the Ministry of Justice, the municipality. They have done a good job so far for the real estate business, and I'm sure they will expand. A lot of things are coming up in future. In October, I think there are a lot of changes coming up. All the properties which we have in Qatar now, it's going to be linked to the ministry, and it will be a lot of safety. It will be in the market, because most of the clients, they are always looking for trust and safety. So if they want to invest or something on the Qatar market, they will have a lot of opportunities, and they will have safety on the investment. Yeah, I just want to take this opportunity to thank His Highness Sheikh Father Amir and His Highness Sheikh Tamim for giving this opportunity for the expertise, to have a good opportunity in Qatar. So I want to thank them very specially. Without them, this is not going to happen. So we are so helpful, we are so thankful to them for the opportunity that they have given us. And same way I want to thank many who have helped me on in this business. Especially I want to thank my wife who was with me always in all my situations. She was very helpful. And I want to thank my friend Erwin Dano who brought me into this business, and who is helping me out now is Hafiz Marai. He's a Syrian partner that I have, so I want to thank these people very much.
My name is Mohammed Shabib. I'm from India. I've been in Qatar for the last 41 years, which is all my life. My father worked in Kahraman, and we grew up here, and my kids grow up here. So this is my home. This is where my heart is. And I am a businessman. I have 3 companies in Qatar, one of which is BNI, Business Network International, of which I am the master franchise owner along with my wife. And then I have a life coaching practice, which is called Zenex Life. And I also have an electrical engineering company, which I'm running with my father. It's called Protection Automation Control Systems. So these 3 companies keep me busy, but BNI is what I do primarily. Through BNI, I help business owners to get more business in this market. BNI is a global organization. We are operating in 77 countries, and Qatar we have been operating for the last 9 years. And currently we help 180 companies in Qatar to get more business through what we do. If you are asking me how do we get business for members in BNI, who are business owners and decision makers, we help them by generating referrals for them. So we create a platform to bring them together and help them work with each other through the philosophy of givers gain. So what goes around comes around. I help others and others help me back. This is what we do.
Yeah.
There's a book which I read many years back but never understood the meaning of. It's called Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. In that he says about your network being very important, and the thing that he says specifically is your network is your net worth, which means there is a huge value to the people that you know who can help you to grow your business. I didn't understand this for many years, and I was struggling as an entrepreneur. I started my business life in Qatar in 2003. I started off as a software engineer for 1 month working somewhere, and then I started my own software company. 2 years, 3 years down the line, I started an industrial tools and equipment company with some partners. 2008 was very bad for us because, the global recession, which we thought was bad, but actually, if I had known what I know today, it would not have been bad. Because recessions, they happen all the time. It doesn't mean that you have to be affected. Because you have to understand, at any point of time, regardless of the market, there are people who need your service, there are people who need your products. It's just that because of all those things, negative things and everything that you hear, you lose the energy to go behind such opportunities. But if you surround yourself with the right people who are able to work as well as you are, it just makes it much more easier to overcome challenges in this market. But I only realized this when I joined BNI in 2014 and as a member. So for the first 3 years I was as a member, and in 2017 I got the opportunity to procure the franchise for myself, and I procured it along with my wife. We registered it under Qatar Financial Center, who were very helpful actually, because this activity that we wanted to do was not a licensed activity at that time, and QFC supported us by creating a licensed activity. So if you are a business owner who's trying to get your business up and running, you have a unique idea, there are avenues in Qatar where you can actually get this done. You just have to approach the right authorities, take the right people's support, and QFC was very, very helpful for us, and QFC stands for Qatar Financial Center. We started this off registered this in 2017 and took it off, and in the last 1 year I also became the national director for BNI. So I'm one of the 77 national directors in the world for BNI. We lead 305,000 companies to generate a business of $21.7 billion alone in the last 12 months. Only in the last 12 months, that's 21.7. So you can imagine, BNI in the last 38 years, how many lives we have touched, how many people we have helped, and how many people are successful because of what we do in BNI. So for me, the reason BNI resonated is when I was struggling, I did not find people who were ready to help me. A lot of people were ready to give me advice, but there was nobody to give me a helping hand. But through BNI, we do that. And that's what is really, really good. You know, many people think that in business you have to be alone, you have to do things alone. And that's how we are taught in school also, you know. Yeah. You have to be first in the race, you have to be first in the class. So everything you have to do yourself. But the ones who are really successful in business, what they realize is that you have to do things together with others. Yeah, exactly. The doors can be opened by others for you, but you have to know who to ask. And that's what BNI helps you do. And that's the philosophy of BNI. What goes around comes around. We have some core values which also helps us. So Givers Gain is one of our core values. Building relationships, lifelong learning. Because as a business owner, many of us, we just stop learning after university. We don't have any avenues of continued education where we keep upgrading our skills. BNI provides you trainings for that. We believe in traditions, but we also believe in innovations. We believe in positive attitude, because a negative attitude never helped anybody in a negative situation. So positive attitude was very important, and it is very different from optimism. Now in optimism, what happens is you ignore challenges, whereas in positive attitude you accept the challenges and then you overcome them. And then we also focus very much on accountability. Now accountability is a very powerful word. It's about what you do when nobody else is watching you. When you are alone, what is it that you're doing to empower yourself, make yourself better than what you were the last minute? That's what accountability is all about. The best thing that we do is our last core value, recognition. We recognize wins. You know, just last 2 weeks ago, we held a very big event in Holiday Inn to celebrate the success of our members, where we gave out 88 business awards to our members. Yeah. So, you know, what we primarily do is we conduct 300 business events. We, over the full year in Qatar, we have almost 5 to 6 business events happening every week in many of the 5-star hotels in Qatar. And our members come together. We bring together almost 200 to 220 people every week in these business events. And then we run a very structured meeting. These meetings, they start on time, they finish on time. In BNI, we are very strict with time management. So the meetings usually start at 7:30 and ends by 9:30, followed by a breakfast. And we are also planning for some lunch events coming soon. And during these meetings, everybody in the room gets a chance to stand up and tell what they do to the room, and also ask for a person they want to meet this week so that they can grow their business through that contact. And in this meeting, every member speaks. One member gets a chance to speak for 10 minutes about his company, about what kind of referrals he's looking for. So everybody else in the room gets a better understanding of what that person is doing. And every visitor can also speak in the room. So we also encourage visitors to come for these meetings, and all people can contact us through our social media handles. We are active on Facebook, LinkedIn and Instagram. So you just need to reach out to us or visit our website bni.qa, and we will help you to get more connections and help you grow your business through referrals. During these meetings, the referrals are passed, and the members, what they do is, the people in the room, what they do is they set up meetings for the people they want to meet. So if I know somebody that you want to meet, I will arrange a meeting for you with this person. So when you go to that person, you're not going to a stranger, you're going to my friend's office, and he's expecting you as my friend. And that removes half the work required for you to create an introduction with a new customer. Because management science, what it says is that for you to convert a customer, you need to have 14 touch points, which means 14 interactions with that person before that person actually takes a decision to buy from you. Your success actually lies in reducing this number of touch points, because each touch point costs you money and effort and time. So the more touch points you incur in closing a sale, the higher your cost of doing business. If you reduce the cost of doing business, eventually your profitability goes up. The cost comes down and the profitability goes up. It's something that we call in BNI as VCP, visibility, credibility, profitability. You have the right visibility, people understand your credibility, they pass your credibility to others, and then that leads to you closing business faster, which helps you increase your profitability. So this is what we do in BNI. And in Qatar alone, in the last 12 months, our members have generated 172 million riyals of business through the referrals generated in BNI by introducing them to their customers. How do we know this? Because every BNI member has an access to an app which gives them the opportunity to record the referrals passed and also thank the people who have given them business on the system. And then we recognize these people who have helped others, because we celebrate givers gain. And this is what everything in BNI is about. In BNI, everything is about givers gain. What are you giving? And then how do you come back? Really fantastic that you're asking me this question, because many people, they don't understand what a visioning exercise is. So, just last month, as part of our learning journey, we traveled abroad for a training for 3 days. And BNI is big on learning and training. And me and my wife, both of us, we do this. Nima Nazrullah, that's her name, she's a co-national director. We created a vision board in which we see in the next 5 years, BNI Qatar being 1,000 member enterprise, which means that 1,000 companies become a part of this. What are we going to do with 1,000 people? That's a question, right? How can we do this? So obviously we'll need more meetings every week. We'll need to create at least 20 meetings every week in Qatar. And all of this will be very energetic meetings, because you're entering into a room where there's high energy, successful people, creating opportunities for each other. And through these meetings, we are focusing on creating 1 billion riyals of opportunity. You know what's the biggest challenge, Ali, for us when we talk about 1 billion riyals? Most people can't imagine the size of business. The fact is, the cake is so big. What they say is the cake is so big that you cannot eat it alone. But many people don't understand this. You can imagine standing in front of a big cake so big, and you're only seeing this small part of it. And then when you look at it, you can't see anything because you're not seeing the bigger picture. So many people, they're trapped in this small picture that they see, and they say the market is very small and everything. For the people who say that the market is small, I ask them 3 questions. The first question I ask them is, do you know how many number of companies are there in the market doing the same thing that you do? And they say many companies. I tell them, no, give me the specific number. And then they say, I don't know. Okay, good, you don't know the number. Then the second question that I ask them is, do you know what is the total size of business that is being done in your industry in Qatar? And they say, oh, maybe 1 trillion, 2 trillion. I say, no, I want the specific number. They say, I don't know. So I say, okay, good. So you don't know the second question also. The third question I ask them is, right now, as we speak, how many of your customers that you know of and that you don't know of is signing a purchase order or signing a contract for something that you can do, but it's going to somebody else? And they say, I don't know. So if you don't know the answer to these 3 questions, the market is really huge. It's so big. The fact is, many people, they just start targeting numbers in a way that, oh, I want to do 10 million riyals of business, 15 million riyals of business. But my piece of advice to people is, what you have to understand is, in business, you're not here to create sales, you're here to create profit. And if you want to create profit, you have to understand that you have to think in a way, it's called profit first. And I highly recommend that everybody who's watching this interview read a book called Profit First. Please read this book, Profit First by Mike. His name is a bit complicated, but his website is mikemotorbike.com. He likes motorbikes, but he's a fantastic author. That book really changed my life, and it changed the life of many people I know. So you have to understand, profit is what your target is as a business owner. Now you can say that you want to change the world, I'm here not to make money and all those things. Listen, even a NGO, which is a not-profit, many people say a non-profit company. A non-profit company just means that the people involved in it doesn't take a profit, but that company by itself has to make a profit to ensure that it is sustaining. So understanding finance, understanding the language of finance is very important to become a very successful business owner, because if you're not able to read this, you suffer, because you take decisions which are not gonna make you money. You take decisions which will lose you money. So if I can give one piece of advice to everybody, and what BNI also helps you do, is help you understand finance much better than a normal entrepreneur, which will help you actually make success out of what you're doing. So, first of all, my gratitude, because this country, the rulers of this country, the Father Emir and the Emir, their excellencies are the reason that we are existing here as a family. We are existing here under the security, the peace, the harmony. There is a vision of Qatar, the Vision 2030, where it is about bringing all the diverse nationalities that make up the powerhouse of this country together under one umbrella, growing the country's population, ensuring there is employability, there is investment opportunity, there is access to education for all. This is where the future is, to be very honest, because many people don't realize the vision that is being built, because the way that we have seen the country being built for FIFA, where a lot of people predicted it's going to be a havoc. This was one of the best organized games in the history of FIFA. So a lot of people see Qatar in a different light now, but there is still a lot of stereotyping out there. For example, I had a visitor from France last month, and when he came in, the first thing that he told me is, Shabib, I'm really surprised by the security of people in here. People can walk out at 2:30 a.m. at the night. In many countries in Europe, you can't do that. Without any worries.
And also, as you mentioned before, when we talk about the FIFA World Cup, the best copy ever without any single credit.
Exactly. So we are living under such a secure, such a prosperous leadership that we have to be thankful. Long live the Father Emir and the Emir and their families. Now, the best thing is the future of business in Qatar. The population is growing. I've been here since 1982. Since I was a baby, and I have seen this country go through growth every single year that I have been here. People keep saying, oh, now this is over, now what is the future, but this country is still so young and still filled with so much energy, and I'm sure that energy is going to sustain for centuries to come, because the access to natural resources that we have, the access to the wealth that has been created to create the growth of the country in different verticals like education, manufacturing, science and technology, all this is coming in. Opportunities like Manatic, opportunities like what is being built in the energy city, Northfield expansion, all these are beyond our lifetimes. These are opportunities which will go beyond what you and I are going to experience. Our kids are going to experience this, the wealth of this. So if you want my feedback on what the future of this country is, it's very bright. It's going to be beyond what we can imagine, inshallah. And the barakah is there in what is being done over here, inshallah. So, the first and very most important person in my life is my father and my mother. Both of these people, they have been fantastic in the way they have supported me. The first person who actually funded my first business out of college was my dad, who gave me my first seed funding. And that's where I started my entrepreneurial career, And when I asked him, why did you do it? He said, I did not have an opportunity to pursue my dream as a businessman, but you have it because I am here to support you. And then he supported me. And at the age of 65, once he retired from Kahramaa, he started his own company, and I no longer say the KFC story. I tell my dad's story of starting a business after you retire and growing it well. Now, alhamdulillah, last 3 years that company has grown, and he's supporting this country in its growth even in his retirement. The second person I would say is very influential in my life is Mr. Bijay Shah, who is my mentor and guide in BNI. He's a national director of UAE right now. He used to be the national director of Qatar, but then yes, I procured the franchisee from him. But he still remains to this day my number one mentor and my guide, and the person I place right next to my dad in terms of who have helped me. These two people made the biggest impact in my lives. There are many others, of course, who continue to make an impact, but yes, the list is so long, I can't mention all of them. But thank to all of you who's helping me out.
My name is Abdul Hussain Banyanwala, basically from India. We belong to the family of businessmen, where we have a habit of doing a business, and we do a quality business with the people. We deliver quality, we deliver excellence, and we deliver the values. It's not about business, but it's about the trust which people believe on us. So this is Abdul Hussain again. Idea was I have managed the business from the childhood. I have my own shop. We have our own shop in India from where we started, and I have a huge confidence that I can manage a business. I was very small and I managed the shop. So from that time I have some ideas with me to manage the shop and to manage the business. So basically, due to some financial lacks, I couldn't able to do the business. But again, I started with the job, and slowly and gradually I know that this is the time to come in the market and do the business, because a country like FIFA, which is always supportive, which is always good to explore for the business wise, for other things, to keep the family and all. So I came in Qatar and I started my business. Al Raunak basically started for the transport business. Then we thought that we can take the things forward, we can gradually make the team. So we started making the team and we came in the market. Alhamdulillah, we had a tie-up with so many agents worldwide. We are working with them, we are supporting the business from in Qatar. As you know, Qatar is an import economy, where Qatar is importing the products from all over the world, and right now they started with their own manufacturing things and the vision of manufacturing. So the exports are also there. So that is the way Al Raunak started. We started in a very small level, but Alhamdulillah, I would say, due to some great opportunities in the market, we came on a level where we are working good, we are earning good, and we are delivering the quality services in Qatar. We specialize actually in customs clearance. if you have any product, anything in the market to bring and to import, we used to study the product. Basically, as in finance background person, what we are doing, we are analyzing the product, we are making the feasibility reports, budgetings and all, and we are telling the people that yeah, the product is feasible in the market or not. You have any product in the market, we study the product, we study the market, and we usually tell people that how you can import the products and how you can go with the different licensing things and how you can easily bring the product and market it. So you have a product, we know how to bring it, we know how to do the customs clearance, and we know the procedures to bring the product in Qatar and which ministries we need to take the approval. So basically this is our specialization, that is customs clearance, I would say, and transportation. Vision, I would say, when I have worked in so many MNCs, what I felt over there, that there are so much wastage of papers, wastage of efforts in manual things. So my vision is to take this company forward as a digital company where there should be no paper. The compulsory things which we need to submit in the customs and for the documentation things, yeah, of course, but other than that we are trying our level best to take this company forward as a digital company where we will be the part of ecosystem Qatar, where we will save maximum and we can give a best to the environment with our efforts and with our specialization. Qatar, I would say, I feel very safe, secured. Yeah, it is a best economy in the world. Qatar has given a huge opportunity to come here, do the business and be safe here. So whenever, for whatever, wherever we are in Qatar, we are always safe and we feel that yeah, that is the country we should look forward in the future to live in. So as I have lived in JCC in so many countries, I went to so many countries, Qatar, I would feel that it is the best ever to be there in the market and to be there to live in. Now Qatar is already concentrating itself on the family economy, so I would say that is the best place to live in. This is all I can say. I see him as a leader, I see him as a mentor who take this country from nothing to everything, you know. I have seen the progress in Dubai, I have seen the progress in other countries, but I see him as a mentor for me, who is a spiritual, like he's a good leader, he's a true spirit for me, you know. So who I always see him and I feel motivated that yeah, he has done so many great things for his people and his country, and of course for us, because of him we are here right now. I am here, I am in the Qatar to do the business. If he was not there, his father was not there, he don't have a big vision, we won't be able to do something great here and be a part of this big world. So whenever I go to India or any places, I proudly say that yeah, we have our own head office and our setup in Qatar. So that is a very proud moment for us, and this is something I haven't dreamed, but this is a dream come true. So many thanks to him that he has given us the opportunity to the whole world to come here and do the business and explore ourselves. See, as in supportive, like as in support, personally I would say family is always there. A big thanks to my wife Amatullah and Tawakkal Business Services, who has given the opportunity to be here. But a big thanks to someone, maybe you will see me but you will never see the people behind us. So there was also a team force where Shahir was there. Of course, he was a big part of the team since beginning. Without him, without this other people, no, this cannot be possible. And of course the investors who has given us the money to come here and And a big thanks to Qatar economy, Qatar ministries who has given us the opportunity, who has granted us the approval to come here and do the work.